All right, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Kasha Kwala coming back at you with another lesson from the GMS Atlanta Church here in Georgia, giving all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachel Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into the lesson. This is Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 23. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. Okay, so I got these scriptures lined up, and we're going to go into Nehemiah and Proverbs 6 because it's going into the strange woman. And we can be indulging ourselves into these strange women during the time that we're in now, and I mean spiritually, okay? Which is different philosophy and things that Satan throws at you, okay? Little minor things that you used to slip on, that shit gotta cut out, man, because we're not in the time to be playing around, okay? So this is Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 23 again. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. When you look up Ashdod, that's one of the 5 cities of Philistines. So those are Hamites. Ammon, which would be the so-called Japanese today, and the Moabites would be the so-called Chinese. So you can got a visualization of what the Israelites were indulging themselves into, other than the people of their own flesh. Okay, it says verse 24, and their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language. That's right, they couldn't even get the Lashwan Kodash correct, man. And this is in the ancient times. But that's what you kind of see today. You see, it's funny, man, because um, prime example, this nigga Kobe Bryant. All right, he speaks English, but he can also speak Italian. But why can't you speak Hebrew? Because you're an Israelite. It's the same thing that was going on right here in Nehemiah, the 13th chapter. And it says, and their children spake half in speech of Ashdod. So they're speaking Hamitic language. Okay? And could not speak in Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. Verse 25, and I contended with them. Okay, let's get that word contended real quick. All right. Which means to strive. All right. So he fought with them. All right. Literally, Nehemiah fought with them. And it says, and cursed them and smote certain of them. So he was beating their ass, man, and plucked off their hair and made them swear to Yahweh, saying, ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take daughters unto your sons for yourselves. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet, so let's get that. Let's get that. All right. I think that's First Kings. First Kings. I want to say 7th chapter. Oh, no, I'm going off. It's 11th chapter. First Kings 11. So it says 1 Kings 11 and 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women. Okay, together with the daughter of Pharaoh. Because when you read, I want to say First Kings. I want to say the 3rd chapter. He made affinity with Pharaoh, meaning he married into the kingdom of Pharaoh, and he married his daughter. He married the Egyptian daughter, or princess. It says women of Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites. Okay, so he married all these strange women. He married them. He didn't have them as concubines. He married them, meaning he probably had kids with them and all that. Okay, all right. And let's go down and see to verse 4. For it came to pass that he was with these women. It came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods. That's right. And that's the prime example of turning to strange women. Okay? That's why you have the book of Proverbs where King Solomon was speaking about the strange woman. Okay? So it says, for it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord, his power, as was the heart of David, his father. Okay? And when you read First Kings, I want to say the third chapter, the first verse, the second chapter, the first verse. It says, "Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die. And he charged Solomon his son, saying," so he commanded him, all right, "I go the way of all the earth," so I'm about to die. "Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man." So I'm about to pass away, I ain't gonna be here, so you're gonna have to step up and be a man and be the king. Okay? Verse 23, verse 3, 1 Kings 2 and 3. "And keep the charge or the commandments of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, whithersoever thou turnest thyself." That's right. But these strange women in turn, as you can see right here in 1 Kings 3, which I quoted earlier, he made affinity with the king of Pharaoh, okay, and took his daughter to wife, all right? And it goes to show you that as well in 1 Kings 11 and 1, where it says, "together with the daughter of Pharaoh," okay? But these women, when he started waxing in age, turned his heart away from Yahweh into their powers. So what he dipped into different philosophies, and that's something that we cannot do in this pivotal moment right now. Okay, all right, there's only one correct doctrine, and that's coming from Yahweh Shai Shai, who he relinquished unto Apostle Tahar on down to give us the correct doctrine to follow suit by. Okay, you should be no other doctrine. All right. So no other strange woman, all right? And I believe wholeheartedly that GMS under the apostles and elders of the great millstone have the correct doctrine. And this is the truth. And this is the correct camp to be in. And when that day hits, this truth and knowledge that we got is what's going to get us through in that day, man. Because it's coming, not slowly approaching, but quickly approaching. Okay, so let's go back to Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 26. "Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things?" That's right, and we just read that, all right? Because ultimately, what? If you dip and dabble into the strange gods or the strange woman, you are breaking a commandment, and that's the first commandment, all right? This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 3. "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." Okay? "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth." Verse 5, "Thou shalt not bow thyself to them, nor serve them, for I am Yahweh thy power, am a for I Yahweh thy power am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me." So you ain't supposed to be dipping and dabbling into these strange women or strange philosophies. And on top of that, these strange women physically, man. Screw these women, man. Fuck them. All right? Literally. If one comes to hey, do your business and keep it moving. Okay? There's no such thing as a prosperous or a virtuous woman in this society today. Now, if the Lord gives you a rib and it's just blatantly obvious, then deal with her accordingly, because that's what the Lord gave you. The Lord gave you a helpmeet in this society, okay? Because, yes, ribs can be a help, okay? But it's not always expedient to have a side piece, okay? Because they will make you dip and dabble into other things. You see some weak ass niggas out here today who will get a wife and she believes in Buddhism, and he'll start practicing Buddhism when he believes in the Bible. That's exactly what was going on in 1 Kings 11 and Nehemiah, the 13th chapter. So going back to Nehemiah 13 and 26, "Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things?" Correct. Exodus 23 through 5. Yet among many nations was there no king like him." That's right. That's right. That's very true. Nehemiah understood the book of Kings. Okay? So let's get that real quick. I think it's Kings, the third chapter. All right. This is 1 Kings chapter 3. Um, let's see something. I'll start at 10 and jump down. It says, I'll start at 9. Give 1 Kings 3 and 9, because Nehemiah said, yet among many nations was there no king like him. That's correct. All right. 1 Kings 3 and 9. Therefore, give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? That's right. That's what King Solomon asked for in his vision or in his dream that he had. Okay. All right. Um, Jumping down to verse 11, no, verse 10, and the speech pleased Yahweh that Solomon had asked this thing. Verse 11, and the Most High said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked thyself long life, neither has asked for riches for thyself, nor has asked the life of thine enemies, but has asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that, here's a point, so that there is none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. So Nehemiah understood that, okay? So again, Nehemiah 13 and 26. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, send by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him. All right. I'll get one more example and keep it moving. Okay, we're going to stay in the book of Kings. If I'm not mistaken, it's in the 5th chapter. Bear with me real quick. This is when he made pact with Hiram. It's okay. I don't have to bring it out just for the sake of the video. All right. And it says, who was beloved of his power. Okay. And the Most High made him king over all Israel. Correct. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause to sin. That's right. It caused him to veer off and follow different strange doctrines because he followed strange women physically. And those strange women made him follow another strange woman. Okay? So let's get Proverbs 6 and 23. This is Proverbs 6 and 23. For the commandment is a lamp and the law is a light. Correct. This is Matthew chapter 5 verse 16. Let your light shine, Salat. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father, Yahweh, which is in heaven. And we know that, if I'm not mistaken, this is Yahweh Shai. Okay? And we know Yahweh Shai was who? King Solomon. All right? And this is King Solomon right here in Proverbs. It says, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. Correct. I just read in Matthew 5 and 16, let your light shine before men. And how you get that light? By keeping the commandments, by loving Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, and letting your light shine. Okay? All right. Verse 24, to keep thee from the evil woman. That's right. To keep thee from the evil woman. Because of what? All right. Let me see if I can find it super quick. Super quick. I know it's in the Apocrypha. I think it's in chapter 13. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Here it is. No, it's chapter 14. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up on the screen so you Akim can follow along. Okay. Oh, I'm going off. There we go. All right. So let's get Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 14. All right, and we're gonna go to verse 20. Okay. So it says, blessed is the man that doeth meditate good things in wisdom, and that reasoneth of holy things by his understanding, he that considereth her ways. So we understand in verse 20 it mentioned wisdom. Wisdom is likened unto a woman. Okay? So it says, he that considereth her ways in his heart shall also have understanding in her secrets. Go after her. I'm emphasizing her because that is representation of the correct wisdom that you should be practicing. Go after her as one that traceth and lie and wait in her ways. He that prieth, I think that's right. Yep, in her wisdoms shall also hearken at her doors. Okay, he that doeth lodge near her house shall also fasten a pin in her walls. That's right. So you got to keep wisdom at your front door. You got to stand at the windows. You got to stand at her table when you read Proverbs, the 9th chapter. Okay, and don't go after what? The evil woman. Okay, because there's a righteous woman and there's an evil. There's a balance to everything. And the righteous woman is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, or primarily the wisdom that cometh from the Lord. That's right. And just to prove that correct, okay, prove that correct, let's go to Sirach chapter 1, verse 1. All right. And it reads, all wisdom cometh from the Lord and is with him forever. So, okay, so this wisdom, Sophia, she comes from the Lord, all right, and is with him forever. Okay, and that's the righteous wisdom that is given to us. Okay. All right. So it says Proverbs 6:24, keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. So get from the evil woman, get you from the tongue of the strange woman. Okay? All right. It says portion, smooth part. Flattery means the smoothness, smooth parts, slippery places. Okay. All right. So it says the flattery of the tongue, the slippery of the slyness of the tongue of a strange woman. Okay. Let's get a quick precept real quick. In the book of James, I want to say it's the 3rd chapter. There we go. James 3:8. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. So these strange women are full of deadly poison. Okay? All right. So verse 25. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. That is correct. All right. So let's go to let's stay in Sirach, man, because this is a wisdom packed lesson right now. Okay. Yep, that's right. Sirach 9. That was correct. Man, can't second guess yourself sometimes, man. This is Sirach 9, verse 8. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman. Okay. So it says, lust not after her beauty in thine heart. Okay. In your mind. All right. So Sirach chapter 9, verse 8. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, that strange woman, that luscious, good looking doctrine that we're not supposed to be following. Okay? That we're not supposed to be following. That's ultimately what this is talking about. But yes, it's talking about the physical woman as well. But when you get into the spiritual sense, and that's all that matters is the spiritual sense. Okay? But we know how to this helps us move into in the carnal world as well. But in the spiritual sense, don't look on the beauty of that woman. Don't be beguiled by it, and don't lust after it. Don't lust after those philosophies and doctrines, because what Esau puts out here can be very tempting. All right, and if you dip into it too much, he got you. Okay, I've seen it happen. Okay, I've seen it happen. All right, for many have been deceived, devil. Okay, deceived, a devil. Okay, by the beauty of a woman. Okay, so this strange woman is a devil. It's a deceiver. For herewith love is kindled as a fire. And if you dip and dabble into these different philosophy, into this world, you'll end up loving it. And guess what? The Most High will remove the spirit from you. Okay, you don't want that to happen. You should be always dipped into the wisdom of this. Okay, you should be loving on this woman. Okay, so back to Nehemiah, verse 13. Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 27. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our power in marrying strange wives? That's right. Did you not learn from what King Solomon did? Did you not read Exodus? Do you not understand that dipping and dabbling into these strange women will get you to dip and dabble into these strange gods and strange philosophies? Do you not understand that? Okay. So let's get something real quick. Okay. Let's see. You can get that classic. Get the classics on you. All right. This is 1 John chapter 3 verse 4. Whosoever committed sin, let me just click on it and go to it. It says, whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. All right. And it says, Nehemiah chapter 13 verse 27, shall we then hearken unto you to do all these great evil, to transgress against our power and marrying strange wives? That's right. So you sin against the Most High in marrying these strange philosophies, these strange doctrines, these little petty demons that you kept dealing with, and you don't want to get help or pray to the Lord or confess to the Lord to help you get over these little speed bumps, so you can be well prepared for the day of trouble that's coming. That's going to be the worst thing ever. Okay? Shall you hearken unto these strange women? Shall you marry these strange women? Shall you commit adultery and spiritual fornication against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? You know? So it says again, shall we then hearken unto you to do this evil, to do all this great evil, to transgress against our power and marrying strange wives? So you shouldn't be dipping and dabbling into these strange philosophies in the world, giving heed to these seducing demons and spirits, evil spirits that are out here. I mean, you gotta fight this, man. I'm even gonna say this too, man. I'm just gonna put it on wax. Me and the brother Tazma was talking, and he said something very. It's you hear it all the time, repetitive, but it hits the point. It hits home every single time. At this point in time, fasting and praying to the Lord and fighting these demons are the biggest things. It's the most important things to be doing right now, because we're coming to a time where there's going to be no room for mistake, and you have to be totally 100% in tune with the Spirit, and you can't be into these strange women, man. So, I just wanted to bring out this lesson, and Lord willing, it was edifying. Okay? Akim, don't dip and dabble with these strange women, man. Okay? Ain't again, man, like I said earlier, ain't nothing wrong dealing with a woman, but I'm talking about the spiritual woman. There's two spiritual women. Stay away from one of them, and that's the evil woman right here in Proverbs 6 and 24. Stay with what? The wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's the righteous woman. That's the prosperous woman. That's the virtuous woman. Okay? So with that, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem HaKodash, who gives us this wisdom through the apostles of GMS who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Shalom.